What's up, horror fam?
You know what time it is.
And today we're talking Moloch. Let's get into this. Yeah. Here. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Horror Chronicles podcast, your favorite podcast. We're at it again, as usual.
We're getting it.
Without fail, we are here. So, what's up, everybody? I'm your host, Ryan, and with me, as always, my co-host, JT.
What's up, everybody?
That's right, guys. And we'll do a little bit of business here before we pop off on this podcast. If you're just listening to this on iTunes or, Stitcher, Spotify, wherever, and you're not following us on Facebook, guys, jump over to the Facebook page. Join a community that we have over there. There's they have like the regular Facebook page and you got the community page. You can join the community and start conversations and just have a good time. Plus, it's the best way to get a hold of us.
Yeah, and there's some cool stuff going on over there.
Always. And just real quick, if you're in the local area, middle of
fucking nowhere.
Middle of nowhere, but if you're in a local area, we're going live. We're doing a live show
on the road
this Saturday. When you hear this Saturday, we're doing a live show at Ruby's Landing.
Yep.
And
we're going to be down there for their haunted float on Saturday, September 12th.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It's pretty cool. They're going to set us up. We'll have our own little booth there. We're going to be doing a live podcast. We're going to be able to talk to people, sit them down with us, pick their brain.
Yeah, man, it's going to be awesome.
Find out what creeps them out.
Yeah, it's going to be a really good time. I'm pretty excited about it, guys. So if you're anywhere in a local area, Waynesville, St. Robert, area, it's in Waynesville, come on down and say what's up to us, guys. We're going to be doing, it's going to be a fun fucking time for sure. We're going to love it. So that out of the way, where else can they find us, JT?
You can find us every Friday night at 9 Central, 10 Eastern on craniumradio.com.
Craniumradio.com.
You don't have to listen to Cranium Radio just for us. We're a bonus.
That's right.
Cranium Radio's got some great music, some great DJs. You should really check them out.
Yeah, they're awesome,
They're
guys.
rocking it out 24/7.
And they support us, so we love them. Craniumradio.com, guys. Go check it out. And if you're looking for some merch, you guys can go over to teepublic.com, teepublic.com, and put in Horror Chronicles, and it should pretty much pop up.
Yeah. Better yet, go over to our Facebook page.
Ooh, look at that.
Look at the top right-hand corner. There's a button that says Shop Now.
See?
You click that button, it'll take you right to our TeePublic storefront.
See what I'm telling you?
All that beautiful merchandise.
Oh, that beautiful merchandise. But yeah, and that's what I'm saying, guys. Go to the Facebook page. It's like a one-stop shop. You can go to freaking shopping there. You can do everything there, man. But anyways, guys, yeah.
YouTube.
Don't forget the YouTube. Because, on our YouTube page, we're getting ready to be putting some stuff up there, and this live show that we're getting ready to be doing, there's going to be some video, a lot of video from that going up there.
A lot of different video from that.
So,
because we're going to be out there with GoPros and all kinds of stuff.
It's going to be a great time, guys. You're going to miss out if you don't go to YouTube.
We're really hoping they'll let us go through the haunted house with our GoPro.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll find out.
But yeah, go to YouTube.
I'm going to push Ryan in the river.
I'm ready. I'll fight them. But go to YouTube, type in the Horror Chronicles podcast, and click subscribe and hit that bell so you know whenever we drop some new stuff, guys.
Ring that bell.
Ring the bell. So, that being the business, we're going to jump into this podcast. And as you heard, we're going to be talking about something that's, it's pretty crazy. We're going to be talking about Moloch. And just a little forewarning here. This is a horror page. Moloch is pretty horrifying. What happened, how people worship this guy was pretty horrifying.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of stuff going on in the world today that has a lot to do with this. So we're going to be getting into things. Promise you, non-political. It's going to be talking shit on everybody. So this is going to be a bipartisan shit-talking storms here. So
it's a shit storm.
But we're going to get into Moloch, the god of child sacrifice.
Ooh.
And
that just doesn't even sound good.
You know what I'm saying? So Moloch, you guys have heard this name before. Multiple books, some TV shows and movies, things like that. We'll get into some other stuff. I'm going to let JT kind of talk about some things he looked up about it, and because I've already been balls deep in this shit.
Balls deep. Yeah,
So,
fucking love that.
You know, so I'll let JT roll with it just a little bit here.
That I just said that I love that you're balls deep.
You say it every Saturday night when these cameras go off.
Horrible. It's a no pants party.
No pants party.
So anyway, so Moloch, Ryan has got really most of the information on this. I just kind of looked up some stuff and was, I don't know, kind of disturbed at what I was seeing. But basically, Moloch, like Ryan said, was a god. He was worshipped by people, and why, I don't know. But he was basically, Moloch is the biblical name of a Canaanite god that is associated with child sacrifice.
Yeah, they would sacrifice. People would sacrifice their children for wisdom,
Yeah.
for prosperity, good luck, I guess you would say.
Yeah. Fortune. I mean, there's a lot of stuff in there that ties to other things that we talk about all the time. One of the things that I wanted to bring up, because I ran across this and I found it was interesting. So Moloch is depicted as like a bronze statue.
Two different entities.
This bronze statue was basically heated with fire into which victims were thrown.
Well,
Now, if that sounds familiar to you, they did that throughout the ages, and they also did it in Salem during the witch trials.
Yep.
A lot of times it was a bull that
well,
they would,
funny you say that.
that they would. It was a bronze statue of a bull that had a door in it. They would set a fire underneath the bull's belly, and they would put the victim in there and lock them inside it.
Oh my gosh.
And basically, they didn't really burn to death. They just
Cooked
slowly.
slowly.
Yeah.
Well, you mentioned, that was bull, and that's, kind of crazy because now Moloch, guys,
Yeah.
he is basically effigies or statues of him are usually two different forms. The form of an owl, which we'll get into later, something called Bohemian Grove, or a minotaur, which
Or a
is
bull-like
or a
creature.
bull, or basically a human with a bull head.
Right.
Now, JT kind of looked at this. We had this picture. We can put that picture up.
We can.
We'll put that picture up right here for you guys, and you can see that.
He loves it when I do that.
So yeah, this picture here, guys, you'll see that there's 7 little slots in this picture, and those 7 slots are for sacrifices. Now,
You almost said 7 slots.
those 7 slots were for but no, those 7 slots, 30 slots, are for sacrifices. Now, not all 7 of those are human. This is how it goes. The top one, the first one, is flower. The second one is turtle doves. The third one is a ewe. The fourth one is a ram. The fifth one is a calf. The sixth one is an ox. Now, this is where it gets really bad. The seventh one was a child. All of them which are burnt alive. And they sacrificed them to this god. So people would literally take their children and sacrifice them alive to this god for wisdom, for good luck, for fortune. There's a story.
For a cheeseburger from McDonald's.
Yeah, some people. Well, there's some fucking people who would. We'll get into some things.
Yeah.
But now that is that is usually the way that particular statue and they would set it on fire and they would burn it everything in their life. Now, there's also another one that depicts the Minotaur sitting down with his hands cradled in front of him. And that is where they would put the baby.
They'd put the sacrifice.
The sacrifice in the baby's hands and burn him. And then with Moloch, the owl god, which is just a different, there's two different. He was the god of wisdom, the Moloch. Yeah. The owl version was the god of wisdom. They would sacrifice by putting in its claws, so to speak.
Okay.
So we'll get into more of that once we start talking about Bohemian Grove. So basically, like I said, the seventh slot in here was for a fucking child, man. People sacrificing their kids. Burnt alive, let alone, it just blows my fucking mind. If that's not horrifying or creepy or horrific, right. I don't know what the fuck is.
I mean, it's one thing to burn somebody else's kid, but your own kid?
Uh-huh.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But you're right.
Yeah.
That's the part. That's the bad part. You're right. There's a story that, and just so we don't jump too far ahead here, Moloch was kind of derived and started in, what was the name of the place? Oh. He's a Canaanite god.
Right.
But there's a certain place, I can't remember off the top of my head now. I had it in my fucking head. I've been thinking about it all day and shit. But, Carthage and place like that. This place in Carthage, this particular place I was going to talk about, they sacrificed 200 children.
Yeah.
200 of their own children because they thought that it would help them from getting invaded by this other country.
Wow.
I mean, so...
there were these Greco-Roman authors that actually talked about these child sacrifices in Carthage. So in the early 1900s, they sent an archaeological team out there. And sometime in the 1920s, they had produced evidence of child sacrifice in Carthage, as well as inscriptions, including the term MLK for Moloch, all over this place. It's crazy to imagine that they would sacrifice that many kids, that many families would sacrifice their kids. Now, that's got to be some, mass hysteria.
Yeah, well,
biblical. That's way beyond biblical there.
Yeah, we don't get to, you guys know we don't talk about religion, as far as preaching to everyone, but we would talk about religion on here because a lot of stuff that had to do with religion was fucking brutal, And Moloch is mentioned in the Bible. Yeah,
in several places. He was mentioned a lot in Leviticus, chapter 18 and also chapter 20. And then again in the 2 Kings chapter 23 and Jeremiah chapter 32. They talk about him several iterations.
Yeah, and they the Bible. Basically says, do not let your children, what does it say? Do not let your children walk through the fire of Moloch. Yep. So basically it's telling you, don't fucking sacrifice your kids.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Which is very interesting because the Bible is so, there's one God. Period.
Yep.
There's one God. But yet in the Bible, there are passages in there where they talk about not sacrificing your child to this other god.
It's crazy.
But wait, but there's only one God.
That's what I'm saying. It's nuts. It's all connected, So it's like I was gonna try to put an analogy in there of it's like putting you're basically telling people there is other things out there. Or people believe there's other things out there, which makes sense when you get into the religion aspect of things. They've always said that the Bible's, there's a lot in there. We're not going to go too deep into that, but Moloch was mentioned multiple times in there.
Yeah.
Now,
there are several other books in the Bible where he comes up. Too.
Yeah.
Those are just the big ones.
And then, the thing about it is, and this is where it gets fucking really bad and weird. The question I have is, have people really ever even stopped worshiping Moloch? And that's what we're going to get into.
That's where we're headed.
So, this is where we're going to get a little, to me, this is creepy, horrifying, terrifying, because I have children. And anyone, even JT, anyone can understand that you don't hurt children. Period. That's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, if you see some of these fucking images, man.
Some of the images we're scrolling through here, it's just...
Okay, so we're going to talk about we'll start off with kind of what we know about nowadays. My question was, and I want you guys to really hit up the comment section on this. If you're wherever you're listening to this from, leave a comment, please. I want to know what you think about this. Did people really have they ever stopped worshiping Moloch? Is Moloch real? Because we're going to get into some things like Bohemian Grove and things like that, and the people who have been sacrificing and doing these things seem to be having good luck. They're rich in Hollywood. They're powerful. They got all this. They got everything that you would want on this earthly plane. Now, that being said, what happens after you die? Is it worth all that to live what you consider a great life on this plane whenever you know what the fuck's going to happen on the next plane? It's kind of like selling your soul to the devil. It's funny because sorry, I'm going to get back to this, but we were just listening to Ginger.
Yeah.
The band Ginger, which we fucking love. Phenomenal.
Love
if you like metal and you haven't heard of Ginger, you check them motherfuckers out. They are sick. Female lead singer who is
just
fucking brutal badass.
She is awesome. She can do it all, man. She can hit anything.
But anyway, that being said, I was like, man, it's kind of like they sold their soul to the devil, dude. They're so good. The whole band is fucking amazing. Like everything. The bass player is a fucking badass. The lead guitarist. The drummer is sick. Fucking sick. And the singer, of course, Tatiana is fucking just ridiculous. But anyways, so Bohemian Grove. For those guys who don't know, Bohemian Grove is a real place. I'm sure most of you guys have heard of it. You can look it up yourself. And someone broke in there a long time ago. I'm not going to mention his name on here because we'll probably wind up getting our fucking video taken down. Someone broke in there and videotaped what was going on there. So Bohemian Grove is a place in California. I think it's like 6,000 acres or something like that. And it's a resort for guys only, rich elites, political elites, Hollywood elites, all these big wigs from all over the place. Go to presidents, go to this place, and it's a big boys club, they say, right? Okay, cool. But guess what else they do there? That's right. They worship Moloch.
Yeah.
They got a 30-foot tall effigy, statue, whatever you want to call it, of the owl god version of Moloch. And when I say they worship him, you guys can look this up yourselves to see the video. They literally dress up as druids. They do this whole thing they call the cremation of care. And they burn what they call an effigy of a child's body. Dude, that picture just...
That's brutal, dude.
We're looking at a picture here, guys. We're kind of looking at some of the stuff we were doing, and there's just pictures that just... it blows my fucking mind. There's nothing I hate worse in this world than something that happened to a child. And The whole reason I'm even doing this particular episode is because I know this is horror and this is horrifying shit, but I have a voice. I can use it, and I care very deeply about this. So I'm going to fucking use my voice. You guys know how it is, you know. But anyways, so Bohemian Grove. They're worshiping Moloch. Like I said, they do the whole thing. They dress up. They have these fucking whole walk around with torches and fucking like you hear screams and shit like that. And like the Moloch god is supposedly being played over speakers and he's talking to them and this and that. And then they burn what they say is an effigy of a child. Whether or not it's real or not, I don't know.
A lot of kids missing in California.
There's a lot of kids missing all over the fucking world, man. And so, what do you guys think? Do you think that these people are just being boys will be boys and they're just being stupid and having a jerky around time like a fucking Skull and Bones and shit? College type shit, or are they fucking doing something? Most of these people who go there are fucking, like I said, they're up there in the world, so to speak. What people think is important in the world, I don't think it is. But they're up there, and they think that they need to evidently worship this fucking Moloch god, and it takes human sacrificing. Now, we're talking about Moloch, but this kind of also leads me into spirit cooking. Do you know what spirit cooking is, Mr. JT?
No.
Well,
I can guess.
Well, before I get into that, have you checked out anything that you kind of want to talk about that you think is?
Well, the one thing that I want to bring up here is this Bohemian club, this ultra elite club that's you just wouldn't even believe the people that are in there. There's writers and authors and actors and people, high-ranking political figures and people of high stature and a lot of money, are in this club, and they go out to this place, which did you mention they own 2,700 acres.
It's 2,700. I thought it was like 6,000 acres.
Yeah, 2,700 acre ranch that they can they go out there and they can do whatever they want. Now it's open year round, but like every summer they do a 2-week deal, 2-week camp. The reason why I bring this up is this elite group formed in the 1800s. I think 1860 is what I saw somewhere around in there. And it's an all men's group. There's no women allowed until here recently. And what happened was there were some women that stirred up a stink, and a lot of these high-ranking officials basically got their asses sued for for discrimination and not allowing women to come into the place. So what's weird is so they finally, okay, fine, we'll start letting women into the club. Well, they did, but they didn't. These women, when they would come in, they were forced to be maids or cooks. They had to cook the food. They had to be servants and stuff. And what happened was they ended up, and this is no bullshit here. You hear the phrase all the time, "Don't cross the line." These fuckers actually painted a yellow line around where they didn't want these women to go, and these women could not cross that line under no circumstances. If they did, they were ejected from the group. Now tell me that's fair.
Well, this is my thing, guys.
I'm all about the women.
Yeah, me too. Trust me, ask my wife. But no, guys. So, like I said, I mean, Moloch is pretty fucking horrifying, guys. You're sacrificing your children to this. You're, anything that has to do with human sacrifice and torture, because people didn't just die. It's not like they cut their heads off and they killed these people. They burnt them alive. They, a lot of these. Okay, I'm gonna get into spirit cooking. Do me a favor, if you would.
Well,
go ahead. Do you want to talk about something else?
Well,
before you bring it up?
I just want to read this real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
This is this was Rashi. He was commenting on the book of Jeremiah in the Bible, and he said that Tophet is Moloch, which was made of brass, and they heated him from his lower parts, and his hands being stretched out, they were made hot. They put the child between his hands, and it was burnt. When it vehemently cried out, the priest beat a drum so that the father might not hear the voice of his son, and his heart might not be moved. That's fucked up, dude.
Dude, I'm telling you.
And there's all kinds of, I mean, as you go through here, there's all kinds of them. What was his name? Claritus or whatever. He was the Clartacus or whatever. I don't know how you say that. He was basically the son of Alexander the Great, and they referred to Moloch as Kronos, and he wrote about in a thing called Plato's Republic. He wrote a thing about Carthage. The fall of Carthage, and he said, "There stands in their midst a bronze statue of Cronus, its hands extended over a bronze brazier, the flames of which engulf the child. When the flames fall upon the body, the limbs contract, and the open mouth seems almost to be laughing until the contracted body slips quietly into the brazier. Thus, it is that the grin is known as sardonic laughter, since they die laughing."
So fucking, man, like...
And this is from the Bible. The Bible's over 2,000 years old. But this club that we're getting ready to really get into here was, like we said, created sometime in the 1860s.
Just you reading that, you know, talking about...
It's horrific.
Like, and this is what I'm saying, guys. If you don't think this is fucking horrific, get the fuck out of here, man. So you imagine burning someone, like, till their body just contracts up because their meat's cooked. And it's, you know, and being a fucking child, man.
Yeah.
See, look, go back down. Look, see that right there? Go down. No, or up. Sorry, my bad, brother. See how it's right there that starts talking about the 200 children?
Oh, yeah.
CC?
Yeah, that was in Carthage. The Carthaginian nobles believed they had displeased the gods by substituting low-born children for their own children. They attempted to make amends by sacrificing 200 children of the best families at once. And then their euthanism actually sacrificed 300 children. And these are the ones that we told you earlier that the archaeological team found in the early 1920s.
So they sacrificed. They were just killing. Don't worry, guys.
We're just going to kill 200.
Well, no. Don't worry. We're just going. We've been killing 200 of the low society
right.
people. You know, the low society ones. Which, if you think about it, this is where it's all coming together.
We're just getting rid of the peasants.
This is where it's all coming together, guys. So they were sacrificing all the low-end children, but then they said, okay, the gods got mad because shit was happening at them, and they're getting ready to be attacked by some other people. So what they do? Well, we'll sacrifice the high, you know, the high-end people. We'll sacrifice their kids too, and then they fucking end up sacrificing 300 children. Yeah. And you see where I'm talking, where I'm going with this is that. Do you know where most kids go missing from? They go missing from fucking orphanages. Do you know how many fucking kids go missing from fucking state care and orphanages, dude? It'll blow your fucking mind. What are happening to these kids? They're just disappearing, man. I'm telling you. Like, something fuck crazy going. Are they people still fucking worshiping fucking Moloch, man?
It's a good possibility.
And do me a favor, brother.
I know this Bohemian group is still around.
Oh, 100% they are. 100. Same thing with Bilderberg. Same people that go to Bilderberg go to this.
Go to Build-A-Bear.
Yeah, Bilderberg. Yeah, we were careful with fucking what the words we're using. They're going to fucking straight up kick us off of that shit.
Yeah.
Do me a favor. Can you look up the definition of spirit cooking for me?
Why, certainly.
Thank you, you kind sir. While you're doing that, I'll talk over here. But yeah, guys, Bohemian Grove. So, like I said, they're worshiping the Moloch, the owl god. And, you know, they say it's a fake effigy that they're burning. Who the fuck knows? Or when did they start just doing a fake one and not a real one? So, it 100% is fucking there, dude. Like, it's so fucking crazy. So, we're going to get, what I want to kind of get into again, right here, we're getting ready to look into.
Well, I think we are.
Yeah, we think we are. Spirit cooking and what it is. It's not even is it not even coming up on Wikipedia?
No.
Wow.
That's
wow.
Weird.
I want to get an exact definition. I know what it is, but I kind of wanted to get an exact definition. Go on Urban Dictionary, are you?
Oh, yeah. So spirit cooking is an action in which ranking members of the Democratic Party ejaculate into an open wound on the breast milk soaked left hand in an art form similar to that of watercolor finger paints.
Yeah, see, that's the Urban Dictionary. See, guys, I'm not. That one is talking about certain parties. No, it's every fucking one of them.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna get on either side of this. This is fucking going on, period. But I wanted to get like just a definition of it. But it's like they put so much shit out there that it's hard to find a fucking actual definition. But basically, what he's saying is correct. It's about blood and semen and the death of children. And they call it spirit cooking, and they eat this shit. Like, you see all these fucking elites talk about it and shit. Yeah, don't bring that up, because they'll definitely fucking kick us.
That's the guy we want to talk about. But
they'll definitely kick us off the fucking line if we try to talk about that. But, no, these uppity people go to this shit all the fucking time, man. And it's 100% right, though. What that Urban Dictionary is right. It talks about fucking, like, it has to do with semen and the blood, the baby's blood, and like all his breath, like all this other weird shit, man. They mix up and they do this stuff, and who fucking knows if they sacrifice kids? But like, I 100% believe all these fucking people are still doing this shit today. And it goes to show you, because isn't it like 500,000 kids go missing every year in the fucking
like
U.S.?
I
mean, come on, guys. Where the fuck are all these kids going? You know? Which is terrifying to me. And I want to talk about this because I'm very passionate about it. And I think that I have a voice to use, and I have a platform I could use my voice on. And I don't think any of our people here, any of our horror fam is going to fucking not, you know, or is going to disagree with me when we talk about pedophilia is fucking horrible. Sex trafficking is horrible. Kidnapping children, hurting children is horrible. And it's horrifying. That's a scary shit. Real life shit is fucking super scary. You know what I'm saying? We're in the real world. And you got these people going around. See, and this right here proves my point, guys. JT's been sitting here trying to look up,
trying to find out
a definition of spirit cooking.
And I'm going to tell you, you're not going to believe some of the crap that's popping up. I mean, don't read this out loud, but look at the headline on that.
Oh, dude, there's a movie, a video out.
Yeah.
There's a lot of shit going on, man. It's time for a different podcast.
I don't want to read that headline because
we're not gonna.
I like to be alive.
Well, and we also like to be on.
Not Epstein.
We actually don't like to have our fucking channel brought down.
Yeah.
There's certain things you talk about now, and shit gets brought down, which is another thing, guys, that I want to talk about.
Yeah, and that was highly political.
Oh yeah. Well, and it's something else, guys, is that like there's no reason why us talking about sex trafficking, pedophilia, and how bad it is, and all this stuff should be taken down. Yet there's other things online that get brought up.
Yeah.
They're trying to fucking
make it through all the time.
Yeah, and they're trying to, there's places trying to make it okay for people to fucking be able to do this.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
So, I got a question for you, JT. What is your outlook on it? Do you think, from the little bit that we've looked into so far, what is your outlook? Do you think that this shit's still going on?
Oh, definitely. I don't think that, from little videos that I've seen and interviews with different people, I think that that it's still going on. I don't know about the whole Moloch thing. Here's kind of what I'm thinking is these people are, how do I put it? They're kind of using Moloch as a scapegoat.
Yeah.
To do evil things.
I agree with you 100%. But the thing is, so you don't think they actually really believe in it? They're just using it.
Yes.
Because I think you're right. To a point, see, I'm kind of torn between it because I can tell you guys that human trafficking is very, very, very real. Pedophilia, people out there doing shit to children is very, very real. Yeah. These people
and let's not even talk about what California has done.
Oh, my God, dude. Yeah, don't even get me started. Well, not only that, guys. So let's talk about, let's bring up a movie real quick that we've talked about fairly recently on our live show, which we do last Saturdays a month. But Dr. Sleep.
Dr. Sleep, yeah.
We've talked about that a little bit. Now, I'm glad that we went this way because that kind of brings me back to where Dr. Sleep explains a lot about what we're talking about. Mm-hmm. They feed off the souls of children, the pureness, the essence. Yeah. Goes back to, was it Lilith? Mm-hmm. Goes back to Lilith.
She would prey on the seed of men.
And who was the one, was it Lilith who bathed in the blood of 18-year-old girl or 16-year-old girl?
That was Elizabeth Bathory.
Yes, Elizabeth Bathory. These people for thousands of years, guys, have been doing these sacrifices and these things.
Yep.
And
Elizabeth Bathory did it because she thought it would make her younger.
Technically, she wasn't wrong, but she went about it the wrong way.
Right.
Because
these people have what is called a mental condition.
Yeah, you would say that. Yeah, 100%, man. See, and that's my thing, guys. And if you guys are horror family that's listening to this, are not into this, I promise you this is not something we do all the time. I am very passionate when it comes to protecting children. Mm-hmm. And
we all should be.
And that's the one fucking thing that boils my fucking blood to the point where I'll fucking do what I gotta do to take care of a problem. Yeah. And I have a voice and I want to use it, guys. So I apologize if you guys don't like this episode. Don't listen to it. We'll be straight back to horror next time. I think this personally is horrifying.
Especially next weekend.
Fuck yeah, because we're doing a live show and it's going to be great. So if you're listening to this Saturday night, we're doing a live show, Ruby's Landing. If you guys are in the fucking St. Robert, Waynesville, anywhere in that area, you guys should come on out. It's going to be cool. They do a haunted float. They got like all kind of shit. Yeah. It's going to be a badass time. But anyways.
I get some reception down there because I'm going to need the hotspot off my phone.
Yeah. We'll check all that out. Yeah. But, yeah, guys. So I think this is horrifying. Mm-hmm. To me, this is horrible. This is fucking horrible and scary as fuck. Yeah. Especially if you have kids, man.
And it's a tough thing to talk about. I mean, it's hard to bring this stuff up in in certain groups, and maybe this isn't the place for us to bring this up, but I mean, we've got this avenue, we've got a voice, and it needs to be heard.
We got to stand up for the kids. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, but getting back to this Dr. Sleep thing too, it's kind of. So I'm sure you fucking do. Do you know the story about what was going on from The Shining and then into part 2, into Dr. Sleep?
Yes. Yeah.
So about the whole thing about him being molested, have you looked into that? Supposedly he was being molested by his dad, Jack.
Right.
Or whatever.
I hadn't looked into that.
I'm telling you, there's see, and that's the fucked up. And this is what I'm talking about, guys. This is why I just kind of want to hear my horror family out there. I want you guys to really comment. I want to see a lot of comments on this. I want you guys to fucking either go to our Facebook page or wherever you're listening to this at and put a comment in there and let me know, like, how you deal with it. Because, like, with all the shit going on anymore, we love horror movies on this page. We fucking love them. But every time I turn around, it's like I find out something. I'm like, fuck, that ruins this movie for me.
There's a lot of movies. So here's a big one for me. Kind of changing gears here, but An American Haunting. Mm-hmm. Where American Haunting is all about the Bell Witch and all that stuff. Well, in that movie, if you haven't seen that movie, you may not want to listen to this, but in that movie, at the end of the movie, they talk about how John Bell was molesting his daughter, and that's why she was...
Yeah.
You know, these things were happening to the family.
Yeah. So...
And to me, I was like, what the fuck?
See?
Don't go there. Just give me a haunted, scary story. Don't make it fucking horrifying.
And see, like, Dr. Sleep, to me, tells you what the fuck is going on, man. It's like they put it in your face. And there's some kind of, like, pack they say that, like, okay, and this is, you'll see what I'm saying. They say that they have to, I think we talked about this, they have to put it in your face because that keeps the karma from coming back on them. Mm. So as long as they tell you what's going on and you see what's going on, then, you know, the karma goes away from them.
Okay.
Hollywood-wise, putting stuff into movies and things like that. Which, you know, a lot of things you see in a fucking movies ends up being real.
In Hollywood right now.
You know what I'm saying? A ton of stuff. So who fucking knows what really the fuck is happening, guys? I just know this. If you have a voice right now, anywhere, you should be using it at least once, like we are right now. Just one time. To say, we got to protect the fucking children.
Enough is enough, people.
Enough is a fucking enough, man. I'm going to tell you, I will go to hell to save my kids and protect my kids or anyone else's kids, man. Children are innocent. They don't know. We are supposed to raise them. They are our fucking future. They're the most important thing that you can fucking create.
It's like that Jackal song. She walked through the flames of hell to get to my... Oh, no, wait.
Fucking Jackal. Mind. Let's not talk about Jackal.
But I'm sorry. That was yeah.
But yeah, you know, and that's horrifying to me. Yeah. You know? It's horrifying to me. So... with the whole Moloch thing,
horrifying to me, and I don't even have kids.
Exactly. Well, that's because you got a fucking you're a fucking human being. You're a real
fucking zoo.
You got a soul.
I got soul.
I'm
super bad.
I'm super bad. But you know, not trying to be a Debbie Downer, guys, but I really want to hear your outlook on it. And because we love horror so much on this...
Yeah, goddammit. Can we get anything happy out of this fucking story?
Well, it's not even really about the happiness thing. You know, it's kind of like we love horror so much. And, like, what sucks about this is that there's so much going on in the world. How do you guys deal with that? Do you guys just say fuck it and just enjoy the art form and the movie for what it is, or do you know, like, sometimes it's hard for me to support certain people once I find out certain things. And the more
yeah, see, that's a weird one for me. Believe me, I totally get where you're going with. Oh, that guy fucking raped this girl. I'm never fucking watching another one of his movies. And I'm like, oh, this guy raped that girl. He needs to go to fucking jail. But you know what? He put out this really good fucking movie. And
yeah. Yeah, and that's my thing. I want to hear what you guys have to say.
You know, and that's just where I am with it. I'm
really trying to figure out how I should go about this, guys, because I fucking love horror. You guys know that. JT knows that. Everyone, any of our horror fam knows that. I love horror movies. I love all that stuff. I'm torn right now, and I really want your guys' help. And I want to, we start talking about Moloch. I was like, you know, this goes pretty deep for me. And I was like, I feel like I got to do this because I have a fucking voice and I need to do it. But I want you guys, I'm really asking for your fucking help on this, so make sure you put some comments in here, guys. How do you do it? Like JT said, the movie was great. That guy's a fucking dick, needs to be shot in the fucking face. But the movie's great.
Yeah.
Is that how you look at it? And I still watch them. I still watch movies all the fucking time. It's just I feel a certain way about it, and
I hate that fucker. But
I feel a certain way about it, but I don't know what to do. So I want your guys' fucking help. All right. I'm probably gonna end this one shorter because I don't want to go too far more deep into that. But I just want to say it. I want to say it one more time, guys. One more time. Fucking save the children. Protect the kids. Be very vigilant with your children. Keep an eye out. Thank God they're busting motherfuckers left and right, and I'm loving it. For fucking busting all kinds of people. Saving kids. Protect the kids, guys. And, next time we get on here, it's going to be fucking super creepy. Yeah. Like we always do.
This was already creepy.
Yeah, this is creepy, guys. I'm sorry. To me, this is horrifying. But
so, hey, while you're doing it, I want to say it one more time. Ruby's Landing, September 12th.
Yeah, this Saturday.
This Saturday night.
This Saturday. If you're listening to this podcast,
I'd love to see all you freaks there.
On Thursday. If you're listening to this podcast on Thursday when it drops, September 12th. Mm-hmm. September 12th. We're going to be out at Ruby's Landing. Live, we're going to be walking around. We're going to have the whole setup. We're going to be talking to you guys. It's going to be a fucking great time. So if you're anywhere near this area, man, it's going to be worth the travel to come out and say hi and what's up and have a good-ass fucking time.
And it'll be a blast, too, because they've got everything. They've got a haunted house. They've got the haunted river float, which you don't see that shit anywhere.
Uh-huh.
I'm sorry, you don't. They got axe throwing. They got a freaking escape room.
Zombie paintball.
Haunted hayride. They've got all kinds of shit.
It's gonna be a fucking blast, guys. It's gonna be a fucking blast.
It's a one payment entry fee to everything, and then you can pay a little more, and you could even camp for the whole night. And I think what would be fucking cool is while people are fucking camping, have fucking Jason out there fucking chasing them. I think that would be just badass. And if they need somebody to play Jason, I've got the outfit. I'll come down. I'll bring the chainsaw.
Yeah, so it's going to be a blast, guys. Like I said, if you're listening to this on Thursday when this drops, Saturday, the 12th, this Saturday, we're going to be live, guys. Come fucking check us out. If you're anywhere in the area, it's worth the travel. If you're in St. Louis area, fuck it, it's worth the travel. Come down here and say what's up and have a good-ass time.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
Guys, we're going to end this one. We love you guys. Thanks for being part of this horror fam. You guys' support's fucking awesome, man. Live shows are doing great. You guys are fucking cool as shit. Great conversations, man. We've been on it for an hour and a half every time now. So
yeah, it's killer.
So, but anyways, guys, we love you. And as always, until next time, keep it creepy.